Welcome back to NoiseGate. Today we are having a look at the brand new Blackstar HT series, the Venue series, Series 3, version 3. Blackstar have just released these brand new amps. What you heard at the beginning there was a little bit of a run through of kind of the 4 main sounds available on this amp. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail in a sec. A quick bit of history about the Blackstar HT Venue series. These were released in 2009, based on the Artisan series, Clean Channel, and the Series 1 Overdrive Channel, and Blackstar wanted to put them into one amp. They've been tweaked, and this is the 3rd incarnation of this wonderful series of amps that has just come out. So a couple of the things that we know and love about the HT Venue series are in this amp. Of course, a clean and an overdrive channel, an EQ for the clean and an EQ, as well as the ISF or infinite shape feature on the overdrive channel for the distortion sound to kind of go from an American through to a British sound. But also on this amp, we've got these voice selections on the 2 channels, which kind of give you 2 separate sounds. So from a American style clean to a British style clean, and then kind of an overdrive, and then with a little bit more of a mid kick and a little bit more gain. So effectively, you get a 4-channel amp. The biggest addition to this series is the incredible CabRig software that the Blackstar St. James and the AMPS series have included recently. The Venue series now includes as well. This is an amazing tool for recording at home silently. You can do that in standby mode. But if you're on a gig and you need to quickly mic up the cab, you can easily take an XLR out of the back and plug it straight into your desk. If you're at home and you want to go direct in via USB, you can do that via these as well. So audio via USB for home recording, making it super simple. All the tones you find in your live gig and love, you can get at home now with very, very simple processes of direct to interface recording. So importantly, we need to know how these amps sound. And we know and love the Blackstar series. The Venues have been around, as I said, for 15 or more years. This particular model that we're looking at here is the HT Club 40. So this is a 40 watt 1x12. It also comes in the Venue 60, 112 and 212. And you've got the Club 50 head and the Venue 100, the Stage 100 head, which is right behind me here. This is a 100 watt head with all of the power and headroom that you would ever possibly need. What I also like about these amps is that this has in this case, a 4 watt and a 40 watt switch here. I'm on the 4 watt mode at the moment, which allows me to get all of that kind of pushed valve tone without sort of disrupting too many neighbors or other people around me. But I'm also finding that this is quite, loud. For a small gig. You could easily do a small gig on the 4 watt mode, but it also allows you to push that overdrive channel a bit more and get more of that beautiful tube overdrive. Let's have a listen to some of the sounds available in this amp. So with the foot switch at my feet here, I'm going to start with the clean channel. I'm using my trusty old Les Paul Jr. with P90s in it. Sort of a nice halfway point between single coils and humbuckers. But our basic clean channel with the EQ at the top and this brand new digital reverb in here at about 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock on the EQ. So really nice American style clean tone there. Now, this voice switch kind of gives it more of a British flavor. It also functions, to my ears, as almost like a bit of a boost, but you get a little bit more of that Britishy mid-range clean tone. So if I turn that on, there's the unboosted, or the voice 1, we'll call it, and then voice 2. Now, if I'm being honest, I'd probably just stay on that clean sound. I really like the kind of pushed tone of that. I feel like the amp is kind of working a little bit better with the guitar when it's got that voice switch on, but that's just my personal opinion. As we go over to channel 2, the gain at the moment is just at 12 o'clock. The EQ is all at 12 o'clock, and the ISF, which I'll take you through, is all the way over on the American side at the moment. And that gives you that little bit more scooped modern rock tone. But let's have a listen to that. Voice 1 sounds like this. So pretty great mid-gain sort of tone there. I'm going to flick the ISF all the way to the other side. EQ all still at 12 o'clock, and we now have a more British kind of rock tone. Sounds like this. So a subtle difference between them, but if I move between, let's have a listen. So. So you can find the exact tone that you are looking for, and it's sort of a set and forget kind of button, but very valuable if you're recording and need a range of different tones. Now, let's have a listen to the Overdrive channel with the voice 2 engaged. This gives you a little bit more of a mid-range kick, a little bit more gain, and is a really killer lead tone. I'm going to put the ISF back at 12 o'clock there, start with the voice 1, and then I'll kick on voice 2. Let's have a listen. So a pretty great lead guitar sound there, a pretty great sort of solo boost. You can hear it really jumps out, and that's exactly what you need in a boost in your lead tone. This amp comes with this 2-button foot switch. There is a 5-button foot switch available as well, which gives you a little bit more access to things like reverb on and off, as well as some of the voices and the boosts available within the amp. To add to the versatility of this amp, on the back there is a button for bright and dark reverb settings. So let's just have a quick listen to that. We'll go back to the clean channel, and I'm going to turn the reverb up a bit. So this is the reverb at the moment on the dark setting. If I flick that over to the bright setting, make sure I've got the right button. You can hear I've got a much sort of brighter spring sounding reverb in there for all of that. All of your surf rock dreams can come true there. So, to finish up, we've got this brand new styling of this Blackstar amp, which makes it look amazing on stage. We've got 5 different configurations of this amp, so you can choose the one that is going to suit you best. And we have got a few new incredible features, including these voice switches in these channels, the new reverb, and of course the CabSim software out the back of the amp. If you want to hear more about the CabSim software or learn more, you can check out our videos on the St. James or on the AMPS series of pedals, which use that CabSim software. Today, we were just using the AKG C414 to mic the cab in the room, but the versatility of this amp is probably the biggest selling point for it at the moment. Another great release from Blackstar, and as you know, we are big fans of Blackstar here at NoiseGate, so we think it's another killer addition to their lineup. Thanks to Blackstar for letting us check this amp out. Go and have a look at this amp, or have a listen, I should say, to this amp for yourself at a dealer near you. As always, thanks for watching NoiseGate. See you next time.